You've been very vocal about turning Kyambogo University into a research-led institution. How is this process so far, and what are some of the major challenges that you've encountered?
We have our niche areas, strong areas. One of them is known, teacher education. That's one. Two, science and engineering. Kyambogo University is the largest engineering training institution in the country. And the third one is inclusiveness, what you talked about. Working with people with disabilities or differently abled to access education. There are so many institutions out there who want to work with us in these three areas, especially teacher education, science and engineering, and also working with people who are differently able. And those come out looking for us. The advantage we have is people who give out research funds these days. They don't want to give money to a single institution. They want to give money to a consortium, a group of institutions, preferably in different continents. So one partner in Europe, one partner in Africa, and another partner in Asia. So if you are not positioned with your networks to be able to benefit from these calls, you will be left out. That's why it is important to have these partnerships.
You have also called for increased funding. What level of resources does the institution need to achieve this vision?
And the number of people who want to do research increases. 1.5. And I'm glad government also realized this, and through Parliament, they gave us an extra 1 billion. But they gave that to many universities, Kyambogo, Stema, Guru, these universities, so that they can start doing research. But that is like giving you a test so that you love it and then you do more. So my thinking was, once we build the capacity of our members of staff, then they should not be looking at this little money here. They should now be looking at bigger money. And if we are to do research in a competitive manner, we need about 15 to 20 billion to be able to fund our competitive research scheme so that people can get substantial amount of money, do research, travel, and then the research culture of the institution can catch on.
It is good news indeed for the institution that you are now registering an increase in the number of PhD students. But one could argue that there are greener pastures elsewhere. As an institution, what is your strategy to ensure that you retain these numbers and, better yet, attract more students to take on PhD programs here at Kyambogo University?
You're talking about the ones we support?
Yes.
There are about 68 whom we support for their PhDs. These people already have teaching positions in the university. So they're already members of staff here. And with the improvement in the salaries of staff, many of them look forward to come and continue working. And one of the things I'm targeting is to work with the government to give us money for promotion of staff. But the money public service gives us is the money for people in post, those who are there, and does not give us money for promotion. If we can get money for promotion, and a person who has qualified to rise to another level can rise to that level, then we'll keep these people here. Because the challenge we have is there are many other mushrooming universities, even public universities. They're looking at these same people to do the teaching in their institutions. So if you get somebody with a PhD in biological sciences and wants to be promoted to a senior lecturer, and you don't promote him or her to senior lecturer, Sorot University will take them. Kabari University will take them. Bustema is looking to take them. So I think if we are going to keep these people here, we must look for money to promote them so that they can stay.
Looking at the global ranking of Kyambogo University, it currently stands between 4,000 and 7,000. Now, I know you've spoken extensively about, research projects and, increasing the number of master's students. But what is your ultimate strategy to improve this global ranking?
Yeah, if you take interest and know what they look for in ranking of universities. They are looking at publications, how many scientific publications are coming out of the institution, how many professors are there in that institution, how many PhD holders are there in that institution, how many patents can be attributed to that institution, or better still, how many Nobel Prizes has that institution won. And all that. And as I said, Kyambogo University is a very young university, 20 years. In the life of a university is a very short time. But we are moving slowly to improve our ranking by increasing the number of publications we are putting out, by increasing the number of PhD holders. We are still not doing very well in the number of professors, because I think we now have about 22 professors when they are supposed to be, I think, about 100. So we're not doing very well. And that has an issue to do with funding, because to recruit professors takes a lot of money. And we've been asking government to give us money to recruit professors, but money has not been coming. And that's why these institutions which have been trying to engage in the ranking have now had to bring in professors from outside. We have professors from Cuba. Those are not professors, they are master's holders. You have professors from Nigeria. They are here just to beef up the numbers and the ranking. And once the ranking goes high, then they'll go back. That most universities which are highly ranked are the ones which are running health-related programs. Because most of the research money goes into health. So institutions that have health-related programs, like Makerere, like Mbara University, like KIU, they are able to publish a lot because there's a lot of data that comes from these health-related programs.